Stephen, these playoffs, I'm over here. Here we go. These playoffs, from the time you started to right now, has it been fun? Does it feel like time has flown, or does it feel like it's been a really, really long grind?
It's been a pretty long grind. I mean, feels like the first series was last year. I mean, what's this game, 25 for us tomorrow? Something like that. That's pretty, that's over a quarter of another season. So that's why we're excited about this opportunity. We've worked way too hard to, like I said after the game, to not leave everything on the ice in this next game. So we've proved it all along that we can bounce back, and we've been in this exact situation before. So you just draw on that experience.
Stephen, speaking of last year, or that first series against Detroit, you draw on that experience a little bit. Obviously, it's a different opponent you're facing, and guys are a little bit more banged up at this point of the postseason. But what kind of things can you draw from in terms of your mentality or kind of how you played to get back into it?
Well, I mean, everyone talks about experience, and we've been in this situation before, so you just draw back to that. I think both teams probably have some guys that are banged up, so no excuses for our group. We're here. We've given ourselves a chance to hopefully, there's 2 games scheduled left in the season, and we can be part of that. So that's the mentality that we have. We've played extremely well on the road. We've won in this building before, so we're going to be a confident group heading in.
Question for Anton. Stephen talked about being in a similar situation. Does the New York one is the one probably you can draw the most comparison to, in the sense that when you lost Game 6 at home, everyone thought you were dead meat, and you're going to MSG where they had never lost before, all that stuff. The way you guys approach that, can you use that directly in this situation?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I said this before, but I think we're a growing type of team. Each series in this playoff so far has been we've been challenged. Going back to the Detroit series, being in the same situation right now, and learn from that. And even the Montreal series, when we get up early in 3-0 lead and try to close the series out, it's also a big challenge. It's not easy, and like you're talking about the New York series, when we had the chance to close it out at home, and for whatever reason couldn't pull that off, and had to go into New York with the odds against us. Not a lot of people thought we can pull that off, but I think there's a strong belief in our team and within the group we have, and we know what we have to do to be successful, and it's just a matter of execution.
Stephen, I know it's a team game, but being the captain and the leading scorer on this team, how much responsibility do you feel to have a big game, particularly because you haven't scored in this series?
Well, no doubt. I want to help our team win in any way possible, and we've struggled to score, as obviously myself personally and as a team the last couple of games. So we'll find a way. There's really no choice that we have, and for me, definitely want to go out there and have my best game. I feel like the chances are there. It's you just got to keep working hard. So for me, I definitely want to be a guy that can go out there and help our team get a game back home.
Stephen, your line has spent a lot of time defending Patrick Kane's line. Do you think from both sides there's so much attention and them shutting you down and you shutting them down, you kind of neutralize each other?
You know what? That's the way it goes sometimes, especially in the playoffs. I mean, there is a lot of focus, especially coming into this series of the offensive firepower that there was. Obviously, we're not seeing a lot of that. It's so tight out there that both teams are focused on certain groups and certain lines and certain players, and they've done a great job of defending so far. It's that's why you need the depth at this time of the year. These are probably 2 of the deepest teams in the league, and you have to rely on all players in these situations, which we have and they have as well. So, but in the big moments, you want your guys to step up, and I definitely want to be a guy that can step up tomorrow night and help our team win. Whether it's on the score sheet or not, our focus is getting a win, and like I said, there's really no other option for our group right now.
Stephen, you led all forwards in ice time last night. Do you feel like the quality of chances and the quantity have gone up as your ice time has increased?
I mean, the ice time thing, I think, is getting a little blown out of proportion. I mean, you know, whenever your name gets called, you hop over there. The coaching staff obviously have a game plan. Our teammates believe in everyone that goes over the boards, that they're going to get the job done. For me, I obviously want to produce. That's part of the territory, and you know, the chances are coming. Obviously, want to create some more, but you know, the first 5 games mean nothing now. It's finding a way to win, and like I said a second ago, I mean, you want to be the guy that can help lead your team to victory. I mean, and it's going to be a good test for myself and our group tomorrow.
For Val or Steven, losing Kucherov last night, you were able to shuffle things around and tie the game. Explain how that worked last night, and moving forward, that's a very key contributor that may be absent now, something that, as you mentioned, we'll dig into that depth a little bit.
Go ahead, you're in a row.
You know what? That's the things that happen at this time of the year. Obviously, Kuch has been a huge part of why we've been successful. He's been a clutch player, scored some big goals. Very good player, and you know, hopefully he's back. But we found a way to come back in a game that we were down 1. We tie it, give ourselves a chance. I mean, every game could have gone either way. I think this series, that's the beauty of this sport and how close this series really is. So we're hoping that he's back. If not, we have guys that are capable, and we've proved that before, and we just got to keep believing that.
Phil, you've competed against Patrick Kane for years. I mean, going back to Detroit, Chicago games. You guys have done a good job containing him, but you know he's capable of popping a goal at any moment. What is the key defensively to slowing him down?
Well, I just think I have to try to stay close to him, try to limit his room. Obviously, when he gets the puck, he can do things that not a lot of players can in the league, and that's what makes it really hard to defend. But I feel like so far we've been able to limit his room and time and space a little bit, so it's been big help for us.
Val, you obviously play a lot with Steven. Is there anything you as line mates can do to help take some of the pressure off his shoulders as you go into a game like Game 6?
I mean, I think we're all trying to do the best we can. At this point, it doesn't really matter who gets the goals or who gets what done. Everybody's trying to do their best, both defensively and offensively. I think he's been great, having a lot of chances. Obviously, you hope puck's going to go in next game. But I believe when you do things right, you keep playing the right way, you're going to get some results, and hopefully we can do that tomorrow.
Val, as one guy who's been able to win the cup as a player on this team, guys said they lean on you for your experience and kind of a calming presence. Just what kind of advice have you been able to or can give to these guys when handling the situation you're in right now?
I think we've been doing a good job taking it one game at a time. We've been in top spots before. We just got to keep working hard and think about next game, do best we can, hopefully get a win and have a Game 7. But you can't think too much ahead, and that's where we got to keep our focus in next game.